Hello everyone, Laura Usually back again with another video. This time I'm doing the Vampire King and doing a bit of a walkthrough on it. It's available on Minecraft Bedrock version or on Minecraft Xbox Live. I haven't seen very many videos on YouTube on this, so it says I'll give it a go and see what it's like, and I do it. It's the basic start or the introduction to the game. The game is very challenging. It's not an easy game. Again, this is just the introduction, who made the game and all that, before we get into it. Basically, it's going to be a walkthrough on basically how to get through the game. It is a difficult game, I will say, but you really have to prepare. If you want to get through it easily, you want to prepare, and it's worth your while to play some old standard Minecraft and doing some old standard Minecraft stuff before you go after the day. Excuse me, Vampire King. This is where we start off. We have the little story being told on the left hand side. It tends to move very quickly by the time you get to read it. You have a vampire hunter in the corner and you can hire him. It doesn't run smoothly. It's kind of I don't understand it, because basically if you right click on a villager you can turn him into a vampire hunter and then use gold to hire him. But it doesn't work smoothly, and two, you'd have to find a village, which is no village reasonably close by to, or I suppose I should say I haven't really gone too far away, but you'd need to find a village and have lots of gold and then use the gold and the sword. But there seems to be only just really one villager, so it's kind of, to me, a bit pointless. Now what you're going to see here is me just going through a lot of standard Minecraft stuff, as you would in any adventure world, going through opening boxes, getting bits out. So I'm not going to go too much into what I'm getting out. The one thing I have to say, I have no use for name tags. Now I'm trying to hire him, left him, trying to feed him gold, but it doesn't work there. It was kind of a bit confusing. I was right clicking him with the sword, which basically hits him, which I think when they say right click, I think it's about a mouse on a PC, as this is a Windows 10 version as well. No, it doesn't work. Try and drop it beside him, see if he takes it in. It works there. Now he's one of my team. Now basically you have two little houses here with a few bits to get. Now the best way to tackle this game is, now what I did was, I went fishing to get some good stuff, because you really need, to finish this game, you need a good bow. Now sadly on this time of fishing, I was fishing for over 4 hours trying to get stuff. Normally it wouldn't take me that long, but I was fishing for about 4 hours. It took me a very long time to get what I really wanted to get started, was a fishing rod with look at the sea and lure. And normally what I do is I'd merge them in the enchanting table and all that, but it took forever to get. So I recorded about 4 hours, which I obviously had to delete out. But basically when I'd done my fishing, I got myself a nice bow. I got myself a few enchanted books. The bow I got has infinity power for, I think it's a version of knockback on it, and flame, which is really necessary to play this game if you want to really play it. Here you have an introduction to the mobs, and let you read there yourselves. But basically you have different mobs. You have a vampire that runs up, hits you, runs away, puts you into darkness, and then when the darkness is over, comes back again. Don't do major damage, but can be quick. Second one has kind of a crocodile attack. A line of crocodiles underneath it does 3 hearts of damage, and when you meet a bunch of them, they can do real damage and basically kill you. The necromancer is one that can spawn, as far as I know, can spawn a number of mobs, so you have to get in and kill them quick. If you don't kill them quick, you have about 6 or 7 different types of mobs coming straight at you, which can be very difficult by the time you get to them, and then all of a sudden you're swamped with mobs. Excuse me. I think the noble vampires are the bosses. There are 4 bosses in the chateau we will have to be fought. The Gargoyle, I met one in the game first time around. This time around I did not meet a Gargoyle, but basically they are oblivious to I assume arrow damage, but the bow I had flame on it, so basically I just put a load of arrows into him, probably about 20, and then went in for the kill. But the Gargoyle attack does those little mites at you, and they just keep picking away, just hold the line of them. But and plus he has his own physical attack, which is very powerful. And first encounter I had with him, I was dead very, very quickly. So basically that's where the bow comes in. Try and get damage in and get flame on the bow as well, because you mightn't be doing arrow damage, but you'd be doing burn damage. A very excited villager there. Now there's gonna, let's see now. What we'll have to do basically at the start is we're going to be going into a mine shaft. In the mine shaft there's going to be a crystal we're going to have to break, and we're going to get a couple of other bits. And the stuff I'm gathering I'm not going to be using in the main quest. I'm just going to get them and just put them on just for safety. Just in case I do run into mobs, I have a little bit of protection. And any time I seem to be doing audio videos or recording, I seem to have people making lots of noise outside the house. Upstairs in this building you have an anvil, so basically when you're fishing just come back in here, enchant your weapons, so it's very convenient to have the anvil here at the start. But fishing is the key. The other thing I don't like about these games, why did they do that? You're getting very little stuff, but they make it look like you're getting loads, and you're not. It must be an in thing. We just spread it around so there's loads. It just takes longer to get stuff out, that's all. Now we had the main chateau, where the main vampires are, and in order to get into that chateau we're going to have to break 3 crystals. The webs I'm collecting here now is to make a fishing rod, so to go fishing. I'm also going to need more webs to make a bow. So I'll make it start off fishing rod. And anyway, the video is being edited. There's going to be a lot of shortcuts to places, because most of the places to find aren't hard, and I needed to reduce the video down in size. I didn't want it to be too long, because then it'd be just boring. I want to kind of try and keep it as interesting as possible for the start one. The second one will be the second video will be more interesting, because you're going to be more into mob fighting. But this first one is going to be kind of just gathering bits. And straight away I've gone straight to the mine cavern. That's where you send you straight away. There's an emerald there, I don't need it. The first time I got the villager, he kind of died after his first encounter with mobs, but this time around he's a lot better. He's killed a few on the way into here, and he's going to do a few more, but sadly this is the last you'll see of him. Now there's 3 arcane crystals. There's one here in the mine, there's one in the stone circle, and there's one in the catacombs, which the catacombs is the hardest one to do. Try and take care of these 2 mobs by blowing that up. If I was to hit that with my hand with my armour I'd be dead, but that's an easy way. I've just taken care of 2 mobs by destroying that. Down here you're going to find a few bits of iron. There's also 2 diamonds down here with vampirite. Now we're going to have these mobs come up. These are the quick hits and runs. Their speed can be a nuisance. But there's 2 diamonds down here. Now there's a chest you're going to get gold pickaxe. Now the diamonds are called vampirite. But the little mistake you'll make here is you'll go for the golden pickaxe. You'll assume, yes, well I'm going to mine these 2 vampirite. Vampirite, I would say diamonds, red diamonds, but you can't mine them with the gold pickaxe. For me, when I played the first time around, they just disappeared. So basically what you'd have to do is come back to this area after you've made an iron pickaxe, because normal in Minecraft, you need an iron pickaxe to mine diamonds. Now we're going to get a few little bits here, coal and all that. It's all going to come in handy. And you're going to get plenty of iron to make yourself an iron suit anyway. Well, when you're playing this game, you just go prepared. Don't go rushing into it, because you'll get so far, you'll get up into the second floor of the chateau after getting through these sections, and you'll die and lose your stuff and come back. And then you'll die losing more stuff and come back, and then you'll have none. And then you're just going to have to go back to basic Minecraft gameplay. But at least this way you kind of you get good weapons, you start off good, and it just makes the game a bit more interesting as you go through it, instead of getting frustrated and dying all after you die and losing your stuff and then trying to get back together. Excuse me, I do have a cough. That chest over there is just a teaser. There was nothing in it. Right over there, that's where those diamonds are. Try and mine them with a gold pickaxe, you'll end up with nothing. You come back to get them and you'll make yourself a nice diamond sword. There's not much of a difference between that and an iron sword, except that it's going to last longer. The first time round I lost those 2 diamonds and I made an iron sword. I put them from fishing again. I done put mending on it. I put also other enhancements on it, and it done the job. Basically, because I had mending on it, it was unbreakable. Now basically I'm going to come back here, you won't see it in the video because I'm trying to keep the video as short as possible. I want to try and keep people interested and not having too much boring gameplay going into it. Like making your way to the stone circle, making your way to the chateau. I'm going to eliminate a lot of stuff. And obviously I eliminated 4 hours of fishing because I couldn't leave that in the video. It would be completely boring. But basically this is kind of a walkthrough how to get through it. This is going to be the section where you got to do the 3 crystals. And then the next section will be the actual boss fights for vampire bosses, and then the final boss. And actually at the end of it there's a little surprise gift. I'll tell you that at the end of the next video. So basically get all this stuff, make yourself some, iron armor. You're starting out and getting ready for your battle. Basically when we go to the stone circle, I will have my bow. The reason I don't have the bow now is because I haven't done the fishing at this stage. I've just kind of got into this at the start. I will have done a lot of fishing, I will have got my enchantments, and I'll be ready to go and move on to take on the rest of the game. And you really are so much better to prepare. Even the game, they kind of even say it on the signs. Prepare, it's a challenging map, and it is. As I say, bats aren't much of a threat. They do a little bit of damage, but they're not over, they don't do too much. Now from here we're going to be going to the stone circle. Left that there, nice bow, put a lot of time in there, but if you put the effort in, it makes the game so much easier. Plenty of cooked fish, and there's still more fish there to cook should any of this go wrong, but it did not. Again, I'm going to try and get these mobs to spawn and then take the crystal. Destroy them with the crystal. Excuse me. That's if I had a better shot. Now in here you're going to get a little chest with a nice little golden apple. I'm trying to remember what's in this. Yeah, it's a golden apple. I'll take the sword as well. There's nothing else there on it. I don't want to fill up with too much stuff. So that's more or less the stone circle done. I didn't use the night vision. You'd have it for about 2 minutes and then you'd be in the dark for the rest of the game, so what was the point? Now we're going into the chateau. Now this is a bit more complicated. The first two are fairly simple. Let's take care of these mobs there now. There's no real chests upstairs in this. Now, first time around playing the game, you have no real guidance. You don't know really what you're supposed to be doing, other than I have to find 3 crystals to get into the chateau. Again, there doesn't seem to be anything really up here. I'm not sure. I think there is upstairs. There might be some upstairs. I kind of really don't remember. This time around, I'm not exploring as much. I'm just trying to get through the game as quick as possible. We're going to head back down there in a minute and head into the catacombs. The thing about the catacombs, they are very confusing. It's, as they say, you get lost in catacombs and you never get found again things. But we have to head down there. Again, you've no real. You're kind of afraid to go down in spots in case you can't get out. Now this white place, I did get quite lost. Everything kind of just really looks the same. Now the purpose of this bow is you can take mobs out of distance. Plus, when you have 6 or 7 mobs, you can try and pick them off from a big distance, and you'll see more so of group attacks of mobs in the second part of the game. Now he came out of nowhere, didn't even see him. You're going to get a few little chests down here with iron in them. Whatever you collect down here, go back to base before you head into the main chateau. Prepare yourself a new set of armour, have yourself a nice little sword ready. So if you do die in the main chateau, you can go back straight to your base, have a full set of armour and a sword to come back in and tackle where you lost your stuff. Other than that, it can just go wrong and wrong and wrong and you end up with nothing. Again, the key thing to this game is the bow. Now the first time around I didn't have an infinite bow, and it done the job for me because from killing the mobs, I was getting bows off I think the ones that do the crocodiles, I can't think of the name of them, but they were dropping arrows. So the first one just had mending on it, but had very similar power and flame. Now this place is very confusing, trying to find it. And this is where people will get lost, and this is probably where you will struggle. You're trying to figure out what to do. You know, it's places, everything just looks the same. And there's a couple of key things down here. Again, he came out of nowhere. With the fishing, it's so much handier to be able to have 64 fish. You really wouldn't be able to get 64 pork or anything else. Like, I've plenty of food, so there's no fear of starving. Where if you depend on the food in the game, you really wouldn't make it, especially if you lost your food. Now that's a real struggle here. Everything looks the same, but give a good around because there's plenty of chests with iron in them. Again, when you get out of here, instead of going to the chateau, straight back to base, put them in the chest or make your armors and just get ready to take on the chateau. And once you see that stairs upstairs, now that could be eluding, thinking this is going to be our way out, but it's not. Again, those guys 3 damage to do with those little crocodile things. Again, my super bow. All that does is bring you outside. But we don't need to go outside, we have to stay in here. What we're looking for is a route down. I just find this place so confusing as to my way around. There's another stairs going down again, and that's where we need to go. We need to get to the third crystal. If you were to explore the grounds from the outside, you would find a room up higher, and you'll see a metal door, and you'll see the crystal. And that's actually the door we'll be coming out at the end of this. But I need to find a route down. I tend to get lost in Minecraft quite a lot. And when you put me somewhere like this, I seriously get lost. Just check in behind those tables and all that, because you will have little hidden chests with iron in it. This is all just in case things go bad, things go wrong in the main chateau. It's just little backups. Give you a chance to get back and see if you can reclaim your stuff. Nice golden apple. Now I could have edited this video to the point where I found it going down, but I think it would ruin it for people watching it, because it would be kind of, they'd have no idea what they were looking for or where it was. Where at least if I leave the whole video on, they'll see actually, maybe from my mistakes, where exactly it is. But I'm not going to take it out of food, I don't really need it. I don't want to take up space in my inventory either. Yeah, but I'll just leave the whole video in as people can see exactly, because it just get confused and all of a sudden I'm at a spot where I'm going down and they won't know how I got there. Now I'm going to say this, if I was watching this first video, there's a potion stand in here, I should find this out, and there's 3 potions of weakness, splash potions of weakness. There's a quest in the game where it'd be good actually to have a little backup, because if you make a mistake on the quest, it kind of does mess the game up for you and makes it a lot more difficult. So take those ones and bring them back to base and keep them there, as in just in case you make a mess of the splash potion during the quest. It kind of it's going to be a lot more awkward for you to get it again. Now there's also another way around that problem as well. I'll cover that when I get to the main chateau when we're doing it, and I'll explain to you what happens if you make the mistake and what you can do. But that's a little helper there straight away. Just those 2 splash potions of weakness, put them back at the base camp and keep them there. Now this is it, where I'm going around in circles. Excuse me. We will get there eventually. Well, there's my potions. We kind of, again, just keep them as backups. Look around here, there's a chest. What should be in this stand? Should be splash potions of weakness. Don't use them on mobs, just keep them as a, just in case something goes wrong with a quest later on. As I'm just seem to be going around in circles, I just find this place so confusing. And then that's why you probably assume that you have to go back out again, but you don't. Because that stairs is kind of alluring, it's leading your way, which you don't need to be going. You need to be going down again, and eventually you'll be going back up again. So the main rule to this game is basically be prepared, rather than it's great to have a go at something and go straight into it, but and then you probably end up failing. But it's much better to go in if you're prepared and have the right stuff. It just makes it so much easier, less frustrating, especially if you lose all your stuff or you have a lot of other good stuff. You're at acquiring a nice little red vampire armor and all that in the chat from being in the chateau, and all of a sudden you die and then it spawns. Again, the key weapon in this game is the bow. It is well worth putting your time in to get it. I can't emphasise that enough. It's well worth to get a good bow. And you'll see more so in the next game. I should say the next video. Where in the next video there's going to be 5 bosses and all to be taken care of, plus a load of mobs. This isn't going to be as interesting as the next one, because it's kind of just the start, but yeah, it still has to be done, and it is part of the game. And as I say, this place is very, very confusing. Just everything just looks the same to me. Now, I'm not good at maps as it is, and in Minecraft I do have a rep of being getting lost, but to me this is just very confusing, and that's where a lot of people will go upstairs and start getting confused. Don't worry, I'll get there. I'll find a way down. See, but the thing is, when you're coming in here, you don't realise you have to find a way down. That's what makes it kind of confusing. You're just walking around, everything looks the same. I'm on the right spot. Spawning, so that means I haven't been anywhere. What the mob spawners seem to do is they're kind of a once-off spawn, and then they disappear. So you don't have a case of constant mobs. The only permanent mob spawner I found was in the cave. It was a spider spawner which I broke, but other than that they all seem to just, the spawner spawns them and then disappears. Now we're in the right spot now, so we're going to be moving now to the final section. Just checking here to see if there's any goodies. Again, whatever you get out of here, bring it back to the base camp, store it away, prepare yourself for something going wrong, and then after this section you can go into the chateau. Now here I'm just basically just looking for goodies, more goodies. You more or less have a full set of armour there plus plenty of iron. So you'd be prepared for something to say go wrong. Now the confusing part about here is going to come up next, because you basically have to go down again. I mean, you get to where When I get to it, I'll explain it. That's the good thing about the boat, take them out in the distance. Again, it's more so when you have a group of them. You can take them out even before you have contact with them. Basically, we have to go down here. There's it in behind me. Those little pools you drop downstairs. But what makes you afraid to do is because it might be the wrong spot. As you see in the corner there, you have a golden pickaxe, which basically means you can't mine, you can't do anything, you can't place anything, and you're afraid to go down here in case it's the wrong way to go. Well, that's another good find. It's the wrong way to go, and that's how I felt. I was afraid to go down there in case I got stuck down there, and then I'd have to start the whole game over again. But actually, it is the right way down, as you'll see in a minute. Excuse me. Another quick look around before I go down. Obviously, I already got that. Go down into this pool. Again, that's what's confusing about it. You're just kind of afraid to go down in case you're going down to the wrong spot. And then you're stuck down there and you start the whole game again. But it's the right spot. Now in this area we have two chests. I'll go to both of them and you can have a look at them. What's in them is wood and boats, and boats are useless in Minecraft. They're just too difficult to steer. I prefer just to swim. And in normal Minecraft you have a couple of Destroyer boots. You go as quick, and you can steer and go the direction you want to go with no difficulty. I'm just going down here just to show you the other chest. It's just wood and boats again. Again, when you're here, you can do more exploring yourself. The bits I've clipped out, like you can explore areas, and not to take the total game away from you, let you have some enjoy exploring as well. Yeah, just boats, they're useless. They just don't stare. Excuse me. Coming up here is there's a gateway going through, and when I came here first, there's a gateway going the whole way across, and instead of thinking the obvious, started looking everywhere. Instead of taking the simple route, you just go under the gate. Coming up to the end of this. Now there's a summoner for us to be here. As far as I know, if I remember right, what this guy's going to do, he will spawn about 6 or 7 mobs. As you probably get close to him, he probably cast a spell, then you're attacked by 6 or 7 mobs, and you're being basically battered. This way, very simple. Two arrow shots, you're gone. No mobs, and it makes life a hell of a lot easier. And in this chest, we have a nice totem pole, some nice gold, and a golden apple. And golden apples are always good. Now they're not the top range golden apples, but they'll do. Now this is, we're near enough coming to the end of this. Just a little quick look around, let's see if there's anything else. But as we go upstairs, there's an entrance that's blown up and opening up, and there's going to be a crystal. I'll destroy the crystal and more or less be the end of the video, and the next video will be taking on the bosses of the Vampire King, which I have to say will be a bit more interesting because it'll be more interacting with mobs and being attacked. I apologise for having a cough. I'm going to take care of this crystal. And from Blue using. Till the next video, best of luck and take care.